Hello and Jai Hind to everyone. Welcome to Anonymous Criminology live lecture series. We were discussing about economic theories of crime. In last two parts, we have discussed various economic theories of crime. So today, in the last part of economic theories of lecture, we are going to sum them all up, and we will begin with relationships between various premises that we have discussed. So let's begin. Meantime, if you have any questions, you can write in the chat box or maybe in letter comments, and let's start our lectures today. So beginning with the relationship between poverty, unemployment, inequality and crime. We have learned in the economic theories of crime about poverty, about unemployment, about inequality and about crime, also cost of crime, various economic theories of crime, also how due to crime what are the expenditure that causes due to crime. Okay, so now let us understand the relationship between poverty, unemployment, inequality and crime. So poverty actually it may create survival pressure and reduce access to education. Maybe it can also get a hamper to housing, to healthcare and other lawful opportunities. On the other hand, unemployment may create financial stress, frustration, idleness, social exclusion and vulnerability to criminal networks. On the other hand, inequality may create resentment, relative deprivation, status competition, and lack of trust in institutions. However, none of these factors automatically produce crime. Okay, all these factors combined sometimes produce crimes and criminals. But it doesn't matter that someone is poor or someone is unemployed, he is going to a delinquent way. No, it is not so. Sometimes some of all these premises come together, and including some personal reasons also there, so all they compel someone to go into a delinquent way. So crime is more likely when economic hardship combined with weak family support, maybe with poor education, with criminal peer groups, actually with the association of criminal peer groups, maybe due to substance abuse, lack of employment opportunities, easy access to illegal markets, maybe due to weak policing, for corruption, low risk of detection, and maybe for social exclusion, or maybe for opportunity for profit or craving for profit by hook or by crook, or maybe by any means. If someone is going for profit, so that's also one of the cause where economic hardship can be combined with, which may compel into crime. On the other hand, white collar crime shows that crime is not limited to poor people. Economic crime can also be driven by greed, by power, even by organizational pressure that we have learned in corporate crimes. Also with weak regulation and definitely with the expectation of profit. Therefore, criminology must study both survival related crime and crimes of wealth, also crimes due to power struggle or power craving, and due to the need for, or due to the craving for privilege. Okay, so these are the relationships, the complex relationship between poverty, unemployment, inequality and crime. Although I have explained it in a very simple language, actually this is not so simple as I explained. A lot more researchers has gone through, particularly to find the relationship, find various dimensions of such relationships between unemployment, inequality and crime. It's very dynamic and it's very complex, but we are looking at into from a bird's eye point of view. So coming to all the economic theory of India, from all the economics theory of crime from an Indian point of view, from the lens of India, how we look into the economic theories of crime. So with relevance to India, economic theories are highly relevant because India faces rapid urbanization, youth unemployment, migration, income inequality, informal labor, definitely cybercrime, which has been increasing for last decade, financial fraud, corruption, and organized economic offenses. So economic approaches can help explain what do we understand by economic approaches. That means approaches uh, that may deter someone to commit such crimes. Okay, so economic approaches means approaches that approaches by society, by police personnel, by administration, and maybe in individual or by family, which can reduce crime. Okay, so if we understand such things, crime may actually get reduced, particularly economic crimes may get reduced. Let's say property crimes in economically deprived areas, it has some more possibility that property crime may happen in economically deprived areas. Okay, because in such areas people may come to buy land or encroach land, etc., or some people may crave for it. Okay, next we're going to cyber fraud. The target may be vulnerable digital users, so digital users are more vulnerable to cyber frauds. Okay, financial scams, corruption and bribery, bank fraud, money laundering, human trafficking, or even including organ trafficking, illegal mining, wildlife trafficking, procurement fraud, corporate misconduct, and even tax evasion. So these are the economic approaches that can help explain the causes of crime. In Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, that is newly implemented criminal law of India, that is BNS or Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita 2023, it contains provisions dealing with offences such as theft, cheating, criminal breach of trust, forgery, extortion, and organized crime related conduct. The BNSS, that is Bharatiya Nagarik Suraksha Sanhita 2023, provides procedural mechanism for investigation, for prosecution, etc. On the other hand, BSA, which is replaced by actually Indian Evidence Act was replaced by newly enacted Bharatiya Saksha Adhiniyam 2023. It governs evidence, including electronic evidence. So economic crime prevention requires more than just the criminal law. It also requires employment generation, skill development, financial literacy, cyber awareness, transparent government, anti-corruption systems. We need a system, institutional approach of anti-corruption. Okay, in India, the Lokayukta, the Lokpal and Lokayukta Act, it was one of the best act as it was proposed and even implemented in some states. But even though structurally it is good or institutionally it is good, in practice we do not see them working as they are proposed or as they are enacted. With what purpose they are enacted, we don't see that such anti-corruption system is institutionalized in India, even after almost decades of implementation of the act. Okay, we need strong auditing, even though we have authorities like CAG, that is Comptroller and Auditor General. We have both internal audit system in a department, also external audit, also that of by CAG, that is Comptroller and Auditor General also. So despite these audits, we still see some corruption or some embezzlement in or maybe fund mismanagement, etc. Okay, so strong auditing is very much required. We need digital security, including like cyber security, etc. Community policing, definitely, which is one of the most important thing. while going to criminology and police administration, we will be discussing about community policing in detail in some other playlists, in some other videos. We need also victim support, also fast and fair investigation, which BNS actually mandates for. BNS and BNSS also actually mandates for fast and fair investigation in many cognizable offenses. We also need corporate accountability, so that corporates do their work not just for profit but for society, but for humanity as a whole. Like they have to be just and fair to their employees, to the society, as well as to the environment. So this the Indian context. Moving towards now with the merits of economic theories. Economic theories have several strengths. Firstly, they explain profit-driven and planned crimes. Secondly, they help explain property crimes, fraud, corruption, cybercrime, and white-collar crime. Thirdly, they show the importance of opportunity and risk. Next, they support practical prevention through security, auditing, surveillance, and stronger systems. And then they draw attention to poverty, unemployment, inequality, and lack of lawful opportunities, about what we actually discussed in details. Then economic theory of crime broaden criminology beyond street crime by including corporate and financial harm, including white-collar crime and even corporate crimes, etc. So which are not done in streets, which are not like theft or robbery, which are bloodless crimes. So economic theory of crime actually broadens the horizon of criminology. Lastly, these theories support evidence-based policy methods, including employment programs, financial regulation, anti-corruption measures, and situational crime prevention, including CPTED. Okay, like situational crime prevention with environmental design. Okay, or crime prevention through environmental design. So these are the merits of economic theories of crime, which actually deals with the root cause of crime, than just going into periphery, or then just going into the symptoms of crime. It deals with the root causes of crime, including unemployment, poverty, and other economic factors. Coming to criticisms of economic theories. So definitely, like other theories, economic theories of crime also having with criticism. It has limitations. First of all, not all crimes are committed for money or profit. Some crimes are committed for revenge, for honor, and maybe for prestige, or maybe for other purposes. So as economic theories goes, it says that there is always an exchange, or there need to be a profit for someone to commit a crime. Okay, but in practice we see that most of the crimes are not committed for money or profit alone. Particularly, most of the heinous crimes are not committed for money or profit alone, including some, let's say, revenge murders, or maybe rape or gang rapes. They are not for money or profit. Secondly, many crimes are emotional, impulsive, ideological, or even relationship based. So as the word goes, some of them are like emotional. Some if someone, let's say, breaking up with a girlfriend or boyfriend, in previous decade we have seen massive wave of acid attacks in various parts of Southeast Asia. So if someone is breaking up with a girl, the boy tries to attack the girl with acids. Okay, so there's no profit out of it. It's just maybe some emotionally, I can't even tell it benefit, but but maybe revenge or whatsoever. This is just for emotional reasons. Sometimes it is for impulsive reasons, and some ideological reasons, like we see nowadays terrorism or political violence are due to idealism. There are some relationship based crimes too that we see in daily life. Thirdly, rational choice theory may overestimate how carefully offenders calculate risks. So in rational choice theory, we have discussed how carefully offenders calculate the risks from benefit, from the cost benefit ratio. They just choose the crime out of benefit. But in reality, we may not find one criminal to be so rational. Okay, he or she can be very much emotional, very much impulsive, or in a revenge mood, etc. Fifthly, economic theories may not fully explain some crimes like domestic violence, maybe sexual offense, hate crimes, or crime of passion. Okay, so such things like someone is committing crime due to passion to show off his or her skills, maybe cybercrime, maybe some kind of like we see in movies, but also in reality. Some movies are inspired by actual reality. There has been some serious serial killers for whom like killing was or is an art. Okay, it's a kind of passion, so that they want to play with the victim, or maybe they want to play with the police out of passion. Okay, so it's not just for profit. Similarly, domestic violence can also, which is not due to profit. Sexual offenses is not also due to economic benefits. Some hate crimes are due to ideological, religious, or maybe color-based crimes, which are not due to profit also. Lastly, we can say some economic explanation may ignore psychological factors, moral values, trauma, maybe addiction, or even family relationships, which are very important in crime or in criminological research. Therefore, economic theories should be combined with psychological, sociological, biological, legal, and situational explanations. So, as we have already discussed, economic theories of crime, like any other theories, like sociological theories, biological theories, etc., it doesn't go alone. Alone, economic theories of crime cannot explain all the crimes or all the criminals' behavior in the society. It must be combined with psychological, sociological, biological, even legal and situational expectations. So no theory in criminology is complete without considering other theories. Okay, even psychological theory is not complete without considering economic theories, or sociological is not complete without psychological or economics. So no theory is complete without legal system. Okay, because in some states it may not be regarded as crime because such law is or was not drafted in that particular state. So let's say in a state A, something which is crime, but it may not be so in the state B. So legal aspect is very important too. So this is what we learn with the criticism of economic theories. So we are coming to end of economic theories of crime, and whatever we learned in all these three parts of economic theories of crime, we are going to summarize today. So economic theories of crime actually explain criminal behavior through poverty, unemployment, inequality, opportunity, profit, risk, and financial pressure. Poverty may create vulnerability and survival pressure, but poverty alone doesn't cause crime. So what we have learned, that poverty alone doesn't cause crime, neither unemployment. Unemployment may create frustration, financial stress, social exclusion, vulnerability to illegal activities, etc. But it also not a single cause of crime. On the other hand, inequality and relative deprivation may create resentment, status competition, and lack of trust in society. But it is not also a single cause of crime. Coming to rational choice theory, which explains crime as a decision in which offenders may compare expected benefit and expected risks. So we have learned about rational choice theory. Next, we learned about deterrence theory, which explains that certainty of detection is often more important than extreme punishment. Okay. So deterrence theory is said that certainty of punishment should be more important than longevity or extreme punishment. Okay. On the other hand, theories like routine activity theory, they explain crime through convergence of three factors, that is motivated offender, suitable target, and absence of capable guardianship. I have made a particular concept video on routine activity theory. You can please go and look into that concept video, and you will be understanding routine activity theory in a very lucid way if you go through that concept video. Next, white collar crime. Such crime shows that crime can be committed by educated and even most powerful individuals in the course of their occupation. So white collar crime shows that crimes are not committed by just poor individuals or unemployed individuals or some insane individuals or maybe some sick or someone who is poor, who is marginalized. Okay, so white collar crime shows that crime can also be committed by educated and most powerful and politically and economically connected individuals also. So it connects crime with their profession or occupations too. On the other hand, corporate crimes or institutionalized crime, it highlights that harm caused by companies through fraud, pollution, unsafe practices, corruption, and exploitation. Corporate crime is mostly not individualized crime, it is institutionalized. Okay. If we go with the Marxist and political economy approaches, it explains crime through class, inequality, power, economic systems, and unequal enforcement of law. So what the key lesson that we learned from these three parts of economic theories of crime? We learned that crime is not only a problem of poverty, or maybe not that of marginalization, not that of unemployment. Crime can arise from deprivation, opportunity, greed, competition, organizational pressure, or maybe unequal power. So that's what we learned about things. I just want to highlight the things that we have learned. We learned about economics theory, which explains crime through financial pressure, profit, opportunity, risks, poverty, unemployment, inequality, and legal markets. What I learned about poverty, it's a simple risk factor, not a direct cause of crime. We learned about unemployment, which may create financial stress, frustration, exclusion, and vulnerability to illegal activities. About inequality, we learned, which can create relative deprivation, resentment, and status competition. We learned a lot about rational choice theory over and over again, where offenders may compare expected benefit with expected risks. Deterrence theory, where certainty of detection is often more effective than severity of punishment. Then definitely routine activity theory, again I mention it, where crime occurs when a motivated offender, suitable target, and absence of capable guardian can come together. So routine activity theory is one of the most important theories of criminology. So if anyone interested in criminology, if anyone studying criminology and going in depth into it, routine activity theory is one of the key pillar of criminological theories. Coming to white collar crime, as we learned, crime committed by respectable persons in the course of their occupation. Okay. On the other hand, corporate crime are harmful or illegal conduct committed by corporations or institutes or by their representatives for institutional purposes. We learned about Marxist criminology, which studies crime in relation to class, inequality, capitalism, and power. So I think that's all in the economic theories of crime. In the next lecture, we will study some other theories of crime, and then we will prepare a next lecture for you, and we will go with probably in a couple of days. So thank you for watching. I hope you will be studying the economic theory of crime. We have studied this all in details. You can go and visit this. You can go and watch these videos over and over again. Although these live videos are not very much structured, but I always want that content is I am convinced with the fact that content is most important than editing or than expression even. So I learned that actually from Stephen Hawking. Okay, so please go with the content, whatever may be the expression or way of expressing it. So thank you for watching. If you find this lecture useful and helpful to you, please like, share, and subscribe to Anonymous channel so that we would be motivated with your support. Thank you. See you in the next live lecture. Thank you and Jai Hind.